चैप्टर है, वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द चैप्टर ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट. बेसिकली इट इज अ ड्रामा. सुजैन हिल, an author from Yorkshire has written it. नॉवल है बेसिकली जिसमें से रेफरेंस लिया हुआ है चेंज फॉर द बेटर, चेंज फॉर द बेटर. एंड ये जो चैप्टर है हमारा यहाँ पर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एक चैप्टर है. अगर देखें तो बेसिकली दो करेक्टर्स में ये चैप्टर चल रहा है एंड बोथ वर हैविंग देयर स्पेशल एबिलिटीज. अगर देखें तो यहां पर एक यंग बॉय है डैरी, actually his name is Derek, and an old man, Mr. Lamb. These two people are there, their physical impairment were there, and in spite of that Mr. Lamb is very positive. Positive in the sense when the others are looking at him, when the others are there. But by the end of the chapter we will come to know how positive and how lonely he was. पॉजिटिविटी तो पूरे टाइम दिखती है, एंड में लोनलीनेस भी फील होती है. एंड ही रिग्रेटेड दैट थिंग फॉर. अब डिसेबिलिटीज ऑफ ए ह्यूमन बीइंग कैन नॉट हैम्पर वंस फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट. रीजन बड़ा छोटा सा है, आप जो चाहें वो कर सकते हैं, और ये चैप्टर यहीं से चल रहा है. अब देखिए मैं इस चैप्टर को आपको समअप कर रहा हूँ, ब्रीफ समअप कर रहा हूँ, सारे डायलॉग्स नहीं ले रहा हूँ. डायलॉग्स ले लूँगा तो इट विल टेक्स ए लॉट ऑफ टाइम. मैं इसको आपको समराइज वे में ले रहा हूँ. ओपनिंग जो हो रही है प्ले की, बेसिकली इट इज अ प्ले ड्रामा, और ओपनिंग हो रही है डैरी एंटर्स द गार्डन ऑफ मिस्टर लैम्ब. और ये जो एंटर करता है गार्डन के अंदर, गार्डन में जब एंटर है तो बेसिकली इट इज अ ट्रेसपैसिंग. ट्रेसपैसिंग बोले तो इलीगल एंट्री, ठीक है ना. और जब वो एंटर करता है, ही हर्ड ए साउंड, माइंड द एप्पल्स. This was the sound. Mind the apples. अब mind the apples sound सुनते ही he was shocked because he thought that the garden is empty, there is no one inside this house, and he entered through jumping the wall. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या आती है, डैरी जो है बेसिकली बड़ा कॉन्शियस हो जाता है. he moved. अब mind the apples बोला गया because there were some ripe apples being fallen from the trees and he could trip over it. So Mr. Lamb is trying to caution him, and that is why he gave this statement. And now this boy is basically panicked. In the very beginning, he is being panicked, and he simply asked, "Who is that? Who is there?" And in the beginning, there was a mild discussion between the two, and Lamb told him that he is just sitting over there in this particular day. It was a good time, the sun is out and he is sitting. And on the other hand, basically, Derry wanted to go away because he entered in the garden hoping that there is no one inside. When he found someone over there, he wanted to run away. At which Mr. Lamb said that the doors are open. It is only you who jumped over the wall. When Derry heard these words, he became angry. He showed his character and said that you were looking at me. Yes. Mr. Lamb simple सी response देते हैं. Derry basically यहाँ पर एक strong character बन के आ रहा है. अभी तक जो था बिगिनिंग के अंदर थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज था whether to stay or not, और कंफ्यूजन इट रिमेन्स फॉर ए बेटर पार्ट ऑफ द ड्रामा. आगे जाकर के लास्ट में जाकर के ही रियलाइज दैट ही शुड स्टे ओवर देयर, बट कंफ्यूजन चलता है उसके माइंड में. There was a discussion between the two. Mr. Lamb simply tells that you can help me in plucking up the crab apples, you can stay over there, but Derry didn't pay much attention. He was stick to his own words. अब डिस्कशन का पॉइंट क्या आया? पॉइंट आया, डैरी बिलीव्स दैट एवरीवन इज अफ्रेड ऑफ हिम. एवरीवन इज अफ्रेड ऑफ हिम बिकॉज ऑफ हिज फेस. His face is half burnt with acid. His face is half burnt with acid. And he thought that Mr. Lamb is trying to divert the conversation because of his face. So, he again and again repeated that what I am doing is, I am simply here because I want solitude and everyone is afraid of me. That's why I came over here. Mr. Lamb asked him what had happened to you. I am not afraid of you. You are not the one who is a bad character or something like that. Only your half face is burnt. Like only my leg is of tin. Basically, Dari asked, "Why? How it is so? What happened to your leg?" कहता it became off in an explosion. और टॉपिक चेंज होता है. अब डैरी थोड़ा उसे सिंपैथाइज करता है. अब यहाँ पे दोनों के बीच में एक डिस्कशन चल रहा है और मिस्टर लैम्ब उसको ऑफर करते हैं, यू शुड स्टे हियर. Lots of people used to come. My doors are always open. I used to make honey toffees and I have pears and apples and oranges and I use them at night. We have bonfire and all these things were there. So you can stay. Dari basically wanted to stay. But the point was that even though he liked that garden, that solitude, that everything, but still he was a bit confused. Reason being, when Mr. Lamb told that, other people used to come. At that time, he put a condition. What was that condition? That you have to choose between the two, either me or others. Mr. Lamb, this part is almost in the end of the story, but I'm briefing you over here in this part. अब point का बहुत clear. Point क्या था? Point is basically about his attitude of not to come near to the pupil. So he don't want any crowd, anyone near him. He has given a few examples. When he came back from the hospital, one of the person told that he should be kept in the hospital with the others having burnt faces. Now, at which Mr. Lamb, who has a great ability of twisting the things and explaining the things in different manners, told that it would be a very different word and the same things, same as well as different. Of same and different, both things going together. Same and different, both things going together. How it is say? He says that suppose if all those stupid boys sitting together and those having no legs are together and those having burned faces are together. This is how all things are same and all are different. All are same and all are different. Now, Dari was shocked. How come you make something? Very simple. Waiting, watching and listening. I just used to sit and look around the things and listen to the people. Whoever comes to me, if they are not talking to me, I used to listen to them. Whatever they are saying, I am listening to them. Dari simply says that nobody used to come to you. You are just saying and nobody comes everywhere. Even if you die, nobody is bothered whether you are alive or not. Mr. Lamb take it for granted and said that you can think whatever you want. अब इसमें ना एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग एक सीन आता है जिसमें मिस्टर लैम जो है ना डैरी को बोल देते हैं हिज फेस, अबाउट हिज फेस. व्हेन ही वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट हिज फेस, कहता है एसिड, बेसिकली एसिड ओनली, ही यूज्ड द वर्ड ओनली burnt his face. And when Derry heard this line, only he was shocked. At that very moment, Mr. Lamb changed the topic and said this, like the bomb only destroyed my lamb. So basically, he covered that issue and somehow he was able to save that point from Derry. So these things were going on and Derry was very much impressed and he wanted to stay over there, but still he has a doubt in his mind and he again insisted that he should please tell the name of the person, please tell the name of the person who are coming in the garden. Mr. Lamb कहते हैं भाई what is in the name? Either it can be Tom, Dick or Harry. Any name can be there. It hardly matters. कहता है कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है इन सब चीजों से. कहता है आप किसी के पास जाते हो मिलते हो क्या उससे पहले नाम पूछते हो दोस्ती करने से पहले. It hardly matters. कहता है but the thing is that they are coming to me and I am talking to them. अब Mr. Lamb जो है ना, he was fed up with all these arguments and he said that by now I am going towards the bees. एक इसके अंदर ना एक बहुत important part और है. In between the conversation, Mr. Lamb asked Derry to look at a particular direction and asked him, what is that? He told that these are plants, rubbish, and then ultimately he said weeds. कहता yes, weeds. It is weeds. Weeds are unwanted plants. कहता I grow them. Like the plants, like the mangoes, like the apples, like other things, I grow weeds. They are also plants without any flower and fruit. But they are green, they are having life. And we should also take care of these things as well. He has also narrated a story of a young boy who is afraid of everything, and who ultimately decided to stay inside a room thinking that everybody would make fun of him, somebody would cheat him, somebody would laugh at him, he would die, he will be annoyed. So ultimately he kept himself inside a room and ultimately what happened? A photograph fell on his hand and he died. All these things happens, but Derry was stick to his own subject. What was that? My face is not going to be changed. My face will remain same. All things will change. You can cover your leg in a trouser, but my face will remain there. Even though I am grown up. But Mr. Lamb tried his best to convince him. He told that it is not necessary that you kiss anyone. Let others kiss you. Only my mother kisses my face. And the thing is that she kisses me on the other side of the face. And I don't want it. All these things are there. Mr. Lamb उधर बातें करते करते अब जाने लग रहे थे. So he just shouted at him, Mr. Lamb, I will come back, I will come back. I am going and I have leg and don't have a tin leg. I can run. Even though it's 4 miles or 3 miles, I will come back. Mr. Lamb चले जाते हैं. और यहाँ पर आपको एक ब्रैकेट में सेंटेंस मिलता है. Everybody says that I will come back. He is talking to himself. Mr. Lamb is talking to himself. Here on we come to know that how lonely he is. Nobody is coming to him for the second time. Everybody says that I will come back, but nobody comes back. Now the scene changes. Derry reaches his house. His mother simply says that you are not supposed to go anywhere else. I am being told, I am being warned that you are not going there. What's there? What's wrong with that man? He is an old man, a lame man. He cannot run. He cannot do anything. I like that place. I like that place. That garden and that house. That house. Basically, house का भी एक part इसमें रहा. वो part क्या रहा? Basically, house was empty. Which looks empty. Actually, it was not empty. Mr. Lamb told that I don't like to curtain things in and out. कहता है इतना बढ़िया दिन निकला हुआ है, सनलाइट निकला हुआ है और मैं यहाँ पे कर्टन करूँ, there is no benefit. Even though at the night ये डार्कनेस को भी मैं कर्टन नहीं करता हूँ. आई लव टू हियर द साउंड ऑफ द विंड. कहता है और जो घर तुम्हें खाली दिख रहा ना, इट इज फुल ऑफ बुक्स. बहुत सारी चीजें इसमें, बहुत बुक्स है, बहुत कुछ है. कहता है ऑल दीज थिंग्स वर देयर. कहता है मिस्टर, इस पे लैम बताता, कहता है डैरी भी बताता है, कहता है आई टू लव व्हेन इट रेन्स. I love this place. I love the sound, to hear the sound of the rain. And I also listen what my parents talk about me. And it pains. These are the things, the small things were discussed. And Mr. Lamb basically almost converted this boy who is introvert, who is running away from people, who is always out of the crowd, who feel pains of the point made by the people. Now he is fighting his mother, arguing her that I want to go back. And mother is insisting, no, you won't. At last, he said that if I won't go today, I won't be able to do anything in the world. And he smashed that door and ran away. And now the third scene is there, last scene is there. What is that last scene? Last scene simple है. Mr. Lamb is on a ladder. Ladder पे है. Ladder पे होने के साथ साथ he is trying to shift the ladder from one to other branch. Even though he is on the ladder, what happened? One of the branches cracked and he fell back. At that very moment, Derry entered the garden. Derry entered the garden. He went over there, he kneeled and shouted, he was crying, hey Lammy Lamb, I'm back, you said that I will not come back. And at last he was back and he was crying. So basically मैंने इस चैप्टर में आपको ना 1-2 पॉइंट छोड़े हैं, बाकी सब कवर कर दिया है. छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, इसको एक बार आप थॉरोली पढ़ेंगे तो आपको बिल्कुल क्लियर हो जाएगा. करेक्टर्स की बात करें तो डैरी और लैम दोनों करेक्टर्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मदर का छोटा सा रोल है. पॉजिटिविटीज, व्हाट चेंजेस मिस्टर लैम ब्रॉट इन द लाइफ ऑफ डैरी, या हाउ वुड यू सी डैरी आफ्टर मीटिंग डॉक्टर मिस्टर लैम. या फिर एक क्वेश्चन ऐसा भी बनता है आपको, व्हाट वुड हैपन टू डैरी आफ्टर दिस एपिसोड. ये जनरली पहले कई बार आ चुका है क्वेश्चन, बट लैम्ब के कैरेक्टर को कॉन्ट्रास्ट में लेके डैडी के कैरेक्टर को किसी और चैप्टर के कॉन्ट्रास्ट में लेकर के आने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा हैं. दैट्स ऑल.